If you're struggling with IBS, you may have noticed this intense awareness of every little sensation in your gut. So today we're talking about hypervigilance and hyperfocus on gut symptoms, which unfortunately can create a cycle of stress and anxiety and even more symptoms. And if you're new to the channel, I'm Jayne, a psychotherapist and gut-directed hypnotherapist specialising in IBS and anxiety. And since 2017, I've helped thousands of IBS sufferers take back control of their gut symptoms. So what exactly is hypervigilance? Well, in simple terms, hypervigilance is a heightened state of awareness. And when it comes to IBS, it means you're almost always on high alert, paying close attention to every sensation in your stomach and around your abdominal area. It's like you've got this big, bright spotlight of attention trained in on your gut. And the slightest sensation, something that someone without IBS might barely even notice, suddenly feels like a big flashing alarm in your brain. Now, while this may feel like it's helping you keep control or prevent a flare-up, it's actually having the opposite effect. Constantly checking in on your stomach trains your brain to view even normal sensations as threats. This often triggers anxiety, panic, and worry, which can actually make those symptoms feel more intense. So it's a cycle. Your symptoms make you anxious, and your anxiety actually intensifies your symptoms. So how can you start moving that big spotlight of attention away from that area? Well, here are 4 practical steps to help you gently shift your attention. First, let's think of that spotlight and practice expanding it. So I want you to imagine that you can take that narrow, intense focus on your stomach and your abdominal area and broaden it. Try to visualize that light spreading out to include other parts of your body or even your surroundings. A helpful exercise here is to focus down on your feet, the sounds around you, or even the rhythm and the sensation of your breath as it moves in and out of your body. Even just taking a few moments to redirect your attention to other parts of your body can help break that cycle of hypervigilance. Remember, these sensations aren't inherently dangerous, but your brain often jumps to the worst conclusions. Next, I recommend creating a short routine to calm your nervous system. Hypervigilance often stems from an overactive nervous system, so finding ways to relax can make a big difference. Simple techniques like deep breathing, grounding exercises, or a simple body scan can help train your brain to stop seeing your gut as a constant source of danger. You'll find guided body scans here on the channel, which I'm going to link to down below. And if you have access to the Calm Gut app, I have a 14-day nervous system reset program on there, which can be incredibly helpful for this. Another effective way to bring your attention out of hyperfocus on your gut is by using what's called the 5-5-5 technique. Now, this is a grounding exercise that helps shift your attention and your awareness by engaging your senses. So here's how it works. First, I want you to look around you and find 5 things that you can see. Take in their details, maybe the colors, the shapes, and the textures. Then I want you to focus on 5 things that you can touch, physically touch. This could be the surface under your hand or just the feeling of your clothes. Finally, listen for 5 sounds that you can hear, both nearby and perhaps out in the distance. This simple exercise redirects your focus and helps your brain to step away from that intense spotlight on your gut. Now for our final step, I want you to try a mindful movement technique. Now this one involves engaging your body with gentle movements, which can again help break that hyperfocus on your stomach by encouraging a physical shift in your attention. So I want you to stand up if you can, or you can also do this seated, and just start to stretch your arms out. And start to roll your shoulders and perhaps taking a few steps in place. I want you to focus on the sensation in your muscles as you do those gentle movements. Notice the feel of your feet on the ground. By bringing attention to movement, you're actively giving your mind something else to focus on, which can help ease that intensity on your gut. Breaking the cycle of hypervigilance with IBS takes practice, but it is absolutely possible. By widening that spotlight of awareness, developing a calming routine, using the 5-5-5 technique to ground yourself and engaging in mindful movement, you can gradually retrain your brain and reduce the anxiety that makes your symptoms feel so overwhelming. And if you'd like more guided exercise and support on this, remember to check out the Calm Cut app for sessions specifically designed for IBS. And of course, if you have any questions on hypervigilance and hyperfocus, let me know down in the comments. Now, this next video is a continuation of what we've been talking about in this video, and it looks at the power of your breath to alleviate IBS symptoms. This is a technique I teach to all of my clients, and one I think you'll find incredibly helpful.